The History of Slavery, a Global Perspective. Welcome back to Threads and Tunes, where we explore the intricate threads of history and culture through the rhythms of time. Today, we delve into a profound and often painful subject: the history of slavery from a global perspective. This topic not only reflects humanity's darkest chapters, but also sheds light on resilience, resistance, and the quest for freedom across different cultures and eras. Slavery is a practice that has existed in various forms throughout human history, spanning all continents and cultures. From ancient civilizations to modern times, the institution of slavery has taken on many shapes, driven by economic, social, and political factors. Let's take a journey through time and geography to understand this complex history. In ancient societies such as Egypt and Greece, slavery was often a result of war. Conquered peoples were commonly enslaved, providing labor for agriculture, construction, and household duties. In Rome, slavery was integral to the economy. Enslaved individuals could be found in various roles, from field workers to highly skilled artisans. While some enslaved people could gain their freedom through various means, many remained in servitude for life. As we move through the Middle Ages, we see the rise of feudalism in Europe, where serfs worked the land in exchange for protection. While not technically slaves, serfs were bound to the land and could not leave without permission. Meanwhile, in Africa, systems of slavery were also evolving, with various forms of servitude existing long before European contact. Some societies practiced slavery as a means of integrating enemies or debtors into their communities. The transatlantic slave trade marked a significant and harrowing chapter in the history of slavery. From the 16th to the 19th centuries, millions of Africans were forcibly taken from their homes and shipped across the Atlantic to work on plantations in the Americas. This trade was driven by the demand for labor in the growing agricultural economies of the New World, particularly in sugar, tobacco, and cotton production. The brutal conditions of the Middle Passage, where enslaved individuals faced inhumane treatment and high mortality rates, remain a stark reminder of this dark period. In Asia, the history of slavery also presents a complex narrative. In India, systems of bonded labor emerged, where individuals became trapped in cycles of debt. Similarly, in the Ottoman Empire, a form of slavery existed among the Janissaries, elite military units that comprised enslaved boys who were converted to Islam and trained as soldiers. Slavery in Asia was not only about labor, but also included social and political dimensions, where enslaved individuals could rise to power under certain circumstances. As we approach the modern era, the abolitionist movement gained momentum in the late 18th and 19th centuries. Activists across the globe, from Frederick Douglass in the United States to Olaudah Equiano in Britain, spoke out against the injustices of slavery. Their efforts, along with slave rebellions and resistance, ultimately led to the emancipation of millions. However, the legacy of slavery did not vanish with abolition. Many societies continue to grapple with the long-lasting effects of this institution, including systemic racism and social inequality. In contemporary times, slavery still exists in various forms, often referred to as human trafficking or modern slavery. Millions of individuals around the world are trapped in forced labor, sexual exploitation, and other forms of servitude. Organizations and activists are tirelessly working to combat these issues, advocating for the rights of the vulnerable and striving for a future free of exploitation. Understanding the history of slavery is crucial in acknowledging the struggles and triumphs of those who endured and resisted. It serves as a reminder of our shared humanity and the importance of empathy, justice, and equality in our societies today. Thank you for joining us on this journey through the history of slavery from a global perspective. If you found this video informative and engaging, please give us a thumbs up and consider subscribing to Threads and Tunes for more explorations of history and culture. Your support helps us continue to share these important stories. Until next time, keep the threads of history alive.